Your bike will be thankful, I can tell you. You don't want to have like loose bolt. We're ready to go for a ride, so see you later. Welcome back in another episode of Bastien Bike Hack series. This time we're going to treat about the pre-ride or the every ride maintenance, as we call it. So in the excitement of going out for a ride or actually coming back from a super nice ride, it's super easy to forget to kind of check the small bits on your bike to make sure that your bike is in proper condition for riding or for riding the next time. So for that, it's actually quite simple, and we're gonna require a few simple tools. Actually number 3, see I can fit them in my pocket quite easily. First of all, multi-tool, a small torque wrench, and then a tire gauge to get the tire pressure. And normally that'd be plenty enough to just do the pre-ride check. Obviously it's something that you either have on your car or at your home or directly in your backpack or on the bike. So it's super easy to use. So let's check it out. First of all, before hitting the trail, what you should do is basically give a full visual inspection of the bike. So just make sure that everything is where it needs to be. And then other step is basically use the torque wrench and make sure every bolt is tight. You don't want to have like loose bolt, for example, on your stem or something like this. So yeah, pretty easy. Doesn't require too much time, but just safety feature. So the goal here is to do a full bolt check, just a quick one, but make sure it's on the right Newton meters. Usually on our bikes, everything is described. So for example, here it's an 8 Newton meters. On the stem usually would be a 5. So just make sure to have the right torque for the right bolt. Last but not least, for example, if there is no torque indicated on a specific bolt, don't hesitate to go directly on our website. We're going to put the link below to have a direct access to our bike manual. So once the bolt check fully clear and done, simple check is your brakes, the rear as well, obviously. You need both brake back on the trail. So here seems to be all fine. We did the bolt check, brake check. We're going to check the tire pressure. So you have the old way by just pressing it. So obviously here I'm quite low on pressure, but to be a little bit more accurate, you can use the tire pressure gauge. So here you'll have the exact and accurate pressure in your tire. Start it. 1.2. So I mean, for me that would be more on the low pressure. I'm running more 1.6, but yeah, it really depends of number of factors. Obviously the tire casing, for example, as a start. So here I'm riding the Maxxis double down front and rear. Technically 1.2 could be really good as well if you want to ride a little bit low pressure, because those carcasses allows it. There is a number of factors that we'll need to take in consideration regarding tire pressure. Obviously the global body weight of yourself plus equipment on the bike. There is the casing, as we mentioned, but then there is also just personal preference from where you ride, the type of trail, how you ride. Yeah, take just all those in consideration and make it basically what corresponds to your ride and kind of stick with it once you're here. So in that case, I will pump up a little bit tire for me here. So once tire pressure down, bolt check down, brake check down, there is like 2 last checks to do. The first one is if you run e-bike, obviously check the charge status of your battery. And the other one is if you run any electronic devices on your bike. So for example, on my bike, I'm running AXS dropper post and AXS derailleur. So check the charging status of your battery. So just gonna have a quick check by simply pressing the button. So those 2 are green lights, so meaning I'm fully charged and ready to go. And last but not least is also just have a double check on your equipment of the bike, if like for spares or anything else. So for example, here I'm just gonna have quick check on I have my tools here, so that's all fine. In case, I know I have my spare tube in there, spare brake pads. And then into the one-up pump here. Yep, I have all my material as well in there. So checklist is completely done. Don't forget the water as well, can be useful on some point. We're ready to go for a ride, so see you later.
One eternity later.
Back from the lunch ride, it was a good one actually. Really enjoyed myself. So prior we were checking the pre-ride maintenance, and now we're just gonna show you a couple of post-ride maintenance tips. First of all, depending on how dirty your bike is, just give it a wash. You'll see having a clean bike for the next ride is always making you having a smile starting the ride than starting with a complete muddy bike. Then what you can check is, for example, if you had a flat tire or something, or had to put a tire plug during the ride, just make sure you did it properly on the trail to have it nicely done for the next ride. Another point that you need to check is in the eventuality if you had a big crash during the ride. Make sure that handlebar, stem and everything is straight and in a line for the next ride. Just make sure to take the time to check, and also don't hesitate to actually take your phone with the lights on and have a little bit of a deeper check in the eventuality of a crack into the carbon frame. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Do the same actually on the handlebar. If something happens, don't hesitate to spend a little bit more time on it. And also, if during the ride you somehow start to feel a little bit of a play, can be on the headset, can be on all the linkage here, don't hesitate to do a proper bolt check again. To just make sure everything is tight. Don't hesitate to actually undo completely and redo, grease up as we explained in the other video. E-bike, make sure you charge your battery when you come for your ride. Just same, you're gonna enjoy a bit more next ride if your battery is fully charged. And same for the IXS component. Just give a quick of a check here, green light on both, so I still have battery for the next ride, so that's all fine. So ideally, if you can do all those post-ride check after every ride, your bike will be thankful, I can tell you. It will just be in better shape longer in time. So now that all the post-ride maintenance have been done, you can simply store your bike into a garage and have it ready for the next ride. See ya!